So man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Boy, I tell you, greed, 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 man. Sometimes I think about this, the quality of greed that exists, or the level of greed that exists in the hearts of people, man, and it's scary in a way because you have individuals that have more than enough, not just more than enough for them, but more than enough for their children and generations to come after, and yet they still try to make moves to get more. Now, let me clarify something. There's nothing wrong with trying to get more, but everything has to happen in the proper context, or it should happen in the proper context. You shouldn't be trying to stun on people to get more. You shouldn't be trying to manipulate people to get more. You shouldn't be trying to use or trick people out of what they have in order for you to get more. So you think about certain situations. You got a able-bodied man who is able to sustain himself, yet he preys on women that may be doing well or doing better than him in order to try to leech off of their income, and just live off his own, but live off of hers at the same time. Then you have women who seek out men who are doing well financially, and they try to get close to those guys in order to live off of them. And then in both cases, male and female, because a lot of times the female gets the rap for the most on this, but it happens both ways, man. You have people who marry strictly for money, and all along the plan was to, at some point, get a divorce and get a divorce settlement from that person. These marriages be quick. And even in some cases when the marriages were sincere, then once it goes bad, then it's like, shh, we're going to try to milk for whatever we can milk for. And in those cases, it's like, okay, you know what? That person's been around for years and years. The marriage was legitimate. They was married 10, 15 years, 20 years, whatever the case might be. But what you're trying to get out of the settlement is far, far beyond what you should be really trying to get. So it's astounding to me to see that, to understand that you come from humble beginnings, and in those humble beginnings, and even when you reached a point where you were sustaining yourself, that was fine. Now all of a sudden you've involved yourself and married this millionaire, a billionaire, whoever the case is, whatever the case is, and now all of a sudden you can't live unless you get $90,000 a month child support, um, $500,000 a month uh, uh, spousal support. All of a sudden you just can't function, you can't live. And I know what people say, well, man, you know what? They have, in that time frame, they have established a lifestyle that they have to continue to live up to. That's a life. Man, look, it's nothing, in my opinion. My opinion. I'm not a rich man, so maybe I don't know the rich man's um, game. I don't know. But in my opinion, man, it's nothing you should have to be paid $500,000 a month to sustain yourself. You know, unless you are living incredibly beyond your means, incredibly beyond your means, and trying to again live up to a certain lifestyle and a certain image where you are basically just, in reality, you're just wasting money. You're just wasting money. So um, what makes the greedy like that? It happens in business. You got people who just, they are already established in business. They're doing fine, but they look at somebody else's business and they want to destroy that other business, even if it's not in competition directly with them. They want to destroy it. They want to take it over. They want to consume it. It's a drug. You know, people do it on smaller levels. It's just not on the millionaire, billionaire status. You got people right in just at your job with you. You got people in your family. You know, you get a car, they try to get a car, or they try to get a better car. You know, or they talk down on your car, or whatever the case might be. So you have these situations where um, people are competing with you, and you don't even know you in a competition. They just looking over at you, and you like, man, why are you worried about me? You just going about your daily life. You know, so greed is a real thing, and envy is a real thing, man. And we have to make sure we can't control it in other people, but we can control it within ourselves. We can make sure that we don't succumb to that. You know, don't focus on trying to take something that belongs to somebody else. Trying to overthrow somebody else because that's their blessing. That's what God gave them. Focus on what He's giving you and what you're working to get for yourself. Just focus on that and be happy when you see somebody else doing good. That's the first step to getting yours, is to rejoice in the blessings of other people, man. So it's your big brother K-Rino, man. I just wanted to talk about that. Uh, Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this topic. And if it's something I forgot, let me know. All right, man. Peace.